All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Sunday Night Football week number 6. We got the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Giants. I'll jump right out and say it. I'm not all that thrilled for this matchup here. Bills sitting at 14.5-point favorites at home. The total sitting at 44.5 right now. And I say that I'm not thrilled about it because this is a Giants team that's been disappointing this year. Everyone and their grandmother is injured. We'll get into that in just a second. And the Bills playing good football. So you have a team that's heavily favored, almost too much to the point where you don't even want to take the Bills in this spot, but you couldn't even think about taking the Giants, right? It is a tough spot here, but we were able to find a few picks and actually some ideas that I do think there's some edge in this game here. So we have one final player prop that I want to get into, one player prop that we don't have the line on just yet, but I will keep an eye on it and do want to roll with it. And then we also have sort of a player prop lane that I want to dive into as well. That sounds confusing, but we'll jump right into it, guys. Before we do, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, and go ahead and check out Outlier. 7-day free trial with the link in the pinned comment. I'll be using Outlier for a decent amount of this video, so you get to see the tool and how cool it is, but go ahead and check it out for 7 days free with the link in the pinned comment. After that, $19.99 a month, and I'll tell you, if you can understand green means good and red means bad, then you can profit with Outlier. It'll pay for itself in no time. Go check it out. But like I said, we got a few things to jump into in today's game here. And what I like first and foremost, we'll jump right into Outlier here. First player prop is going to be Gabe Davis, over 20.5 in terms of his longest reception here. Minus 119 over on Caesars. It's minus 120 on MGM and DraftKings here. But look at this. Dating back to last year, right? He's done it in 8 of his last 10 games. He's done it in 7 straight. This season, he's done it in all 5 games. And whether he's getting a lot of targets or not, he's doing this. Only 3 targets and 3 receptions in week number 4. Still cashes this one with a longest reception of 34. And this is what I like to see. His average yards per reception this year is literally over this line, 20.7. That is absolutely crazy. In terms of air yards, we're looking at 15.73 average depth of target as well, 409 air yards. This dude is being targeted downfield, and if there's one thing that we can say about this Giants team for sure is that they're not very good defensively. Flipping around here over on covers.com, you can see this matchup, and we'll go through the Giants versus the wide receivers here. CeeDee Lamb hits this one in week number 1. Week number 2, they play the Cardinals, and 3 guys do it. Wilson, Brown, and McBride. Then week number 3, they play against the 49ers. 3 guys hit this line in that as well. Seahawks went off on them. 2 guys hit it, including a 51-yarder for Noah Fant. And then just last week here, Tyreek Hill torches him. Wilson has a 23-yard reception, and Jalen Waddle just a half yard away from hitting the over here in this one as well. Gabe Davis, over 20.5 longest reception. I do like his track record as well as, just what the Giants have been letting up. I think if anything, they're going to focus on Stephon Diggs, allowing Gabe Davis to kind of slide right in there. And like I said, this is just on the side of Outlier. Look at this injury lineup here. This is all of the injured players here for the Giants, which Saquon Barkley questionable. That's pretty big deal, right? They have Daniel Jones is questionable. Pretty big deal. Down here, Darren Waller questionable. Pretty big deal. A lot of what-ifs in this game in terms of injuries for the Bills. Just the 4 of them right here. But, guys, that is the first player prop that we have in today's game. Again, not many lines are out because a lot of guys are still questionable, but we do have 2 other lanes that I kind of want to dive into here. Second one is going to be looking at Daniel Jones, or I guess whoever ends up playing quarterback, looking at his over in completions or pass attempts. I think this is going to be a game in which the Giants are going to have to be throwing, from behind. And if it's anywhere around 20, 21.5, that type of thing, especially for Daniel Jones in terms of completions, I am going to look at that. So I'll keep an eye on, you guys keep an eye on the pinned comment. I'll update it in terms of what we're rolling with. Again, because there's so many question marks in this game, we don't have lines out yet. I still want to get the video out to you guys and at least let you know what I'm thinking. So we at least have the Gabe Davis play. That one's locked in. Daniel Jones or said quarterback over in either completions or attempts. I'll keep I'll keep you guys updated with the pinned comment. And then once we do sort of had some of these injuries, shored up and whatnot, I'm looking at some sack props for some of the Buffalo Bills here. Daniel Jones has been getting hammered here. 2 weeks ago, got sacked 11 times. 11 times. And then last week, I believe it was 7 times. So 18 times, math whiz over here, 18 times through the last 2 weeks. And they're going up against the Bills. Do you guys know where the Bills rank in terms of sacks on the season? Let's jump back into Outliers so I can show you right here. First in terms of sacks, averaging 4.2 per game. This could not be a better matchup here for the quarterback of the Giants, whether it's Jones or not, to get sacked a decent amount. So though we still have to update you guys with the pinned comment, keep an eye on that. Those are sort of the 3 lanes that I'm looking at. Love the Gabe Davis longest reception to cover, okay? They'll take a couple shots at him. We're at least going to get probably 1 or 2 chances at a deep ball to him. I think he comes down with it. And then secondarily, I'm looking at the New York Giants quarterback over in completions or attempts. Up to you guys with the line and the odds down below if we end up rolling with it. And then I really like some sack numbers. I just hope that they're not inflated. If we get team total sacks, that'd be cool as well. So keep an eye on the pinned comment for some updates there. Apologies that we don't have some of these lines, but it just is what it is at this point. Like, we can't just snap our fingers and figure out if Saquon, Waller, Daniel Jones is playing. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't really love anything in terms of the game itself. Like, that total seems fine to me. And then the spread, it's like, yeah, do I think Buffalo wins this game? Sure. But 14.5 is a hell of a lot to lay. So that doesn't really interest me. So that's what we got for today's video, guys. Hopefully you do enjoy, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. All right. Peace out.